What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? To our buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am back! We are here for another Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. It is a beautiful day here in New York City, absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't ask for a better day to be out on my lunch break, let me tell you right now. And I enjoy spending my lunch break filming this here for everybody because I love talking about games. I love talking about gaming. I love talking about tabletop adventures. That's what I like to call them because that's what they feel to me. They feel like tabletop adventures. All right, so this series, as you know already, I've already done... What is this, number 10? No, this is number 11 or 12 already. So you already know this. I don't really consider this a review. This isn't a review of the product. This is a game I already love. Just going right into it. There's no spoilers because that's what this is about. This is a game I already love, and this is a game. This is the way I would tell the game to my friends. This is the way I'm trying to get my friends to play this game. What I have to say to get it to the table. All right, so now today's game is a fairly new game of mine, actually. I've only had it for a short time, and yet this game has already worked its way into my head. I've been thinking about this game even when I'm not playing it, and that is a good sign of a great game. Come on, right? So the game I'm talking about has an expansion to it, one expansion so far. Actually, I was going to take a moment and look up, see if they have any announcements about anything else coming up in the line, but I didn't have time to do that. So I'm not sure, but with the success, I'm sure there's going to be more games coming along. And that game, One Deck Dungeon. Oh yeah, One Deck Dungeon by Asmadi Games is addictive as heck. Now this is a great game because it's small, easy to carry, easy to bring with you, throw down on the table, get this game started in a moment. But that's not why the game is great. Those are great things about the game. This is a 1 or 2 player game. 1 player especially. This as a 1 player game is one of the most difficult games I have ever played. I have been losing more than I have won on this game, and yet I still want to keep playing it. Wow, that's another sign of something being a great game. That it keeps kicking your butt, and you want to keep playing it, not just to win. Not just to get even and finally say, yes, I beat this game I couldn't beat, but just to beat it, whether you brag about it or not, that feeling of playing it to completion. Yeah, that's what I'm really getting at here, playing it to completion by beating the game. That's what I keep wanting to do. It's more important to me than the attitude, actually, of beating this game. So One Deck Dungeon has the base game, and it has the one expansion, Forest of Shadows. So I like to call it the Poisoned Forest, because everything in that darn game is gonna get you poisoned, and poison is no bueno, my friends. That is not good at all. But these games, you could play them 1 or 2 players. If you have 2 copies of either one of the games, or a copy of each of the 2 games, you can play up to 4 players in it. Now, another thing I really love about this game, and I think you're going to love about it too, there's a problem I have with most games. Even games I love, there's a problem I have with them. That a lot of these games, if it's, let's say, a 4-player game, you have a choice of 4 characters. Thanks? I don't know, it's kind of lame. We need more characters in games. In games where you have a certain maximum number of players, which is just about every game, to have more options, more choices is awesome. It really is. And not just for the replayability, but just for the chance to walk in a different skin, so to speak. You know what I mean? This is a 1 or 2 player game, as I said, yet the base game comes with 5 different people to play. 5 different ladies to choose from. Yeah, that game is all lady characters. That's right. And I don't have a problem with that because they're all cool characters. And that's really what matters. There's a downloadable 6 character, but you don't really need to download that if you're going to get Forest of Shadows because she came with that. So and I haven't used her yet actually, and she's a fairy. So you figure Two Gun Pixie has got to play the Fae character. That's the next character actually up that I want to use. But yeah, the second game also comes with, well, actually it comes with 6, because it comes with the 5 characters that come with the game, and it comes with that 6th character, which was a downloadable option from the first base game. Now, this game is called One Deck Dungeon for a reason. Now, this is really where the greatness comes in. This is really what makes the game stand out. It is truly a one-deck dungeon. Yes, there are character cards, but they're not a deck. There are the dungeons that you're going to pick from, where you're going to, whether you're going to the Mudlands or you're going to the Phoenix Nest or wherever you're going to. That's not a deck. Everyone picks their one character card and you pick the one place that you're going in. They're not decks. You have one true deck that you're playing with in the game, and that's the dungeon deck. The deck of rooms and encounters, traps, battles that you're going to have to fight. This counts for everything, and that is the brilliance in this game. That the one deck truly is a one deck for absolutely everything. When you finish the encounters, you take that card for your choice. Whether you want to take it and tuck it away for experience, whether you want to take it for an item to increase your attack or your agility or your magic or even your health. Or you could take it for a skill that the card is going to offer you. Now, you can only take for one, because the way it's set up is ingenious. The way you slip it on the side, or you tuck it underneath, or it goes under the XP card. So so that's on the top, the side, or the bottom of the encounter card. So you could only use it for one thing. There's no card that we've encountered that says you can use it for 2. There's no character ability. There's no magical item that we've seen that lets you use one encounter card for 2 different options, and that's great. And the other thing about this is the deck also, get this, the deck is also your timer. The time it takes for you to go to one deck is 1 level in the dungeon. By the time you get to the 3rd level of the dungeon, you're in the boss fight. You flip over the dungeon card, the main card of the specific dungeon you're in, and that's where the boss, that's all the information you need for the boss. But until you're getting there, you're going to go through that deck twice. Now, there are actions that you have to do in the game that take time. And in order to simulate this, you discard from the deck. So the more time it takes you to do things, such as some of the battles or the trap encounters, are going to take you time, unless you're able to use your dice to score the number you need to accomplish that by covering that up with your die. But if anything you can't cover up with a die, you're going to have the consequences of. So sometimes it's going to be damage. Sometimes if it's the Forest of Shadows, it's going to be poison. And other times it's going to be a little hourglass symbol, which means you're losing time and you have to discard off the top of the deck, which is moving you down the dungeon faster, which means you're leveling up less, you're getting less equipment, and you're getting less skills. So it's a very fine balance. And it's all done with this one deck. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the game takes less than an hour. So it says, I think the box says 30 minutes on it. I haven't had a game go that fast. I think maybe 47, 48 minutes is about the quickest I've played a game. And that's all talking solo now. When you add in a second player or up to 4 players, like I have the capability to do now, I don't know how long that's going to go. That might make a good playthrough, though. Anyway, so One Deck Dungeon by Asmadi Games is a great game. It's a game you should get to the table. It's a game you should have on your shelf. It's a game you should have in your go bag, you know, because it's small enough to carry around, throw it down, quick enough to teach. This is the game. You want to play a quick, nice, fast game that you can teach anyone in moments. One Deck Dungeon. That's the game for you. That is the game for today's Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. All right, my friends, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Twitter. Thank you for liking us. Thank you for following and sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. We love it. I love bringing these videos to you. Alex, Ryan, the Coincided Warriors, they love doing this too for you all. So thank you very much. And once again, I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Games. And my friends, I am out of here.